I'm here with JT. After a big victory against Isurus, moving on to 3-2. Going into the series being 2-2 after such a strong start at EPL, strong start here as well. Tell me what the mood was like on the team coming into today.
Obviously, we were a bit upset with ourselves. Like, we know we kind of just lost to ourselves. We're making a lot of mistakes on a lot of the maps. So we went back, we spoke about it. Like, I think a lot of the pressure got to us. Like, we wanted to make our second major for the most of us. And so a lot of the pressure got to us. We made mistakes we never make. So we knew we could play better, and we knew if we just brought our A game today, like, we would win the game.
You guys played against Liquid and against 0-0 Nation, obviously. With those two kind of like high caliber teams in your run here, tell me what that's like coming up against them, maybe when you're not expecting such a strong team at those stages, I guess.
I think everyone here is strong, so even like the NA teams will be playing really well. So I think for us, like, it doesn't matter who we're playing. Like, most of the time, like, if we play well, we'll beat anyone. If we make mistakes like we did yesterday, we'll lose to anyone as well. So I think the opponent doesn't matter. I think for us, like, especially the way that we play the game, like, it really just depends on how we play the game, not really anything about our opponents. But everyone here has been playing really well. I'm really impressed with all the teams here.
You, in particular, had quite an impressive game individually on Nuke. Tell me what that's like as an IGL, kind of calling when you're feeling yourself in terms of fragging, I guess.
On Nuke, I mean, it was CT side a lot of the time. On CT side Nuke, I think Fang's doing a lot of the calling because he's actually playing outside. I'm just playing upper, so I give suggestions. I let them know like what I think they're gonna do, and sometimes I'm right. I think on upper on Nuke, we had a really good read on how we wanted to play it, myself and Grim. So every time they came up, we got a lot of kills. I think they got a little lost there at the end. They were trying new things that they haven't tried before, and we just ended up catching them off guard all over the place. So I think we just played it really well as a team.
You mentioned Grim there, one of the players that's been really kind of coming out of his shell lately and really performing quite amazingly. Tell me what that's like calling for a player like that when he's in such hot form.
Grim's amazing. He's got, I think, in my opinion, he has some of the best mechanics in the world, especially on a good day for him. And when you have a player like that, and you know that he can win these 1v1s, he can win these duels, that you can really just call anything around him. Just if you can find him 1v1, he's probably going to win it. Obviously, sometimes that doesn't work out, so we need to have a plan B. And we do rely a lot on Grim fragging out right now. So when he's not having a good game, it's a little rough for the rest of us. So we just got to look into that.
So the way that things are set up currently, we could be set up for a potential game with you guys facing Imperial for the last spot in Rio. Tell me what that's like if it does come to that, with two legends like Fallen and Fur and even others like Bolts on the other side of the server.
It's gonna be a struggle. I really love those players, especially Fallen. So if we have to play them in the last game, like, obviously I'm gonna give it my all, try and make the major. Like, I need to play for my team, but it'd be really sad not to see Imperial at the major, obviously, especially because it's in Brazil. But at the end of the day, like, we have to just face any opponent, and if we're gonna have to knock out Imperial, we'll have to do that. But yeah, I really love that team. So it'll be sad if we have to play them in the last game.
You mentioned Fallen specifically there. Earlier this week, he kind of insinuated that his career is kind of winding down. Tell me what that's like. Playing, like, he's here obviously with the Rio Major. Just tell me about like how he's kind of like impacted your career, I guess.
I think for a lot of IGLs, like, I think a lot of IGLs looked up to him, especially when they were coming up. So like back when I was coming up in South Africa and like beginning of my NA stay, like, I looked at a lot of what his teams were doing, and I really was impressed with Fallen's IGLing. So to see him maybe retire soon, that'll be kind of sad. But like, he's had a legendary career. I'm sure everyone agrees with me with that.
Like you said there, you came to the South African scene and you have TC alongside you. Just tell me a bit about what your dynamic is with TC, I guess, as a coach IGL for so long.
So TC's a really smart guy. He's also very charismatic. So a lot of the hype and a lot of like team chats and stuff like that, it's run by him. But in terms of like game plans and stuff and strats and all that, like, we work together with that. Like, I'll bring ideas and he'll just improve it here and there, especially like game plans coming into the games. Like, we'll speak over it together, and he'll like see things that I'll never see. So he makes sure that we're going into each game with a really good game plan. I think that helps us a lot right now.
And one final question. Like you said, this will be your second major for a lot of you guys. With the way that things went down in Antwerp, do you think that you guys, if you make it to Rio, have a point to prove?
I mean, we always have a point to prove. I think for all of us. Like we want to be a top team in the world. So doing that at a major, that's a place where we can prove ourselves, and we want to show that we have what it takes to be a top 10, top 5 team. So yeah, going into the major, if we do make it, like it's going to be important for us to have a good placing.
Thanks, man.